Kia ora, Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your reading for the full moon in Aries, which is happening today here, this evening, later on, I think. So it's happening as we speak. As usual, I come in on it as opposed to pre-recording and just releasing things, which I think happens quite often. So here we go, Scorpio. Your reading for the Aries full moon. It seems like a sort of lull before the eclipse. That solar eclipse, is it not? In a couple of weeks. So let's just get some cards out for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, Scorpio, as per usual. And thanks for joining me. Thank you for your likes and comments, subscribes. It really helps me and I appreciate it greatly. So let's see what the storyline is, Scorpio, for you at this time. Yeah, so it does feel like there's a bit of a lull. I did feel compelled before that eclipse comes. I did feel compelled to start with you, Scorpio, for some reason. Often we don't need to know why. Okay, so we've got your cards out on this channel. Of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And we always go through and clarify. There's a rock mineral crystal card face down that we'll pull out at the end and see if it pertains to this reading in any way for you. So Scorpio, we come out here with the Five of Swords. In the Thoth deck it's called Defeat. The Five of Swords is, like all the other fives, can be a difficult card, can be a sort of conflictual card. Is there anywhere in our life at the moment where we feel like maybe we're letting ourselves down a little bit, or someone's letting us down? Maybe the efforts of our work, the rewards or the kudos of that, someone has taken on, someone has taken from you. You know, this is all the potentials of that Five of Swords. The thing is, you're in a really good, strong place, Scorpio. You have a good seat. You know where you are, where you stand, or where you sit, whatever's going on. We've got the Four of Wands, double 11 in some decks. In the Thoth deck, we see this generator in the central spokes here, I guess you could say. In the center of the wheel, it's keeping things generating. It's speaking quite a lot of stamina, of resilience, of keeping on, keeping at it, Scorpio. We then have the Six of Swords, an invulnerable card. Are you feeling a bit freer within yourself and the way that you do what you do? Feeling a bit freer within that. You're not bound by kind of a need to totally forensically pick things apart or be a bit secretive about other things. What is going on here? What is going on, we know from the Six of Swords, is that you are moving. Not necessarily literally, maybe psychologically, emotionally. You're moving to a much calmer place, somewhere that you have thought about for a long time, I think. The Six of Swords, as I said, is invulnerable. We see all the positions, all the defensive positions within fencing. Lady Frida Harris, I love that, who designed this deck, who painted them, talks about that. These positions of defense we are aware of, we understand them quite well. That's why we are invulnerable here, Scorpio. It's quite a strong message. And then we have the Princess of Swords. We see the princess defending something here, but in fact it's so full of cumulus cloud. What do we see? We don't see anything. We are fighting something, but I would say maybe potentially it's something within as opposed to something out there. But let's clarify. We'll clarify with the Morgan Greer Scorpio, we've got something that wants to come. We have an offering in relation to the Five of Swords, a card whereby we can let ourselves down or someone's let us down, in a nutshell. But there's an offering. We've got the Page of Cups. An offering. Is it an offering of truce? Is it an offering of asking for forgiveness? It's certainly an emotional offering. However big or small, can never be taken lightly or scoffed at too much. As we say this, the Eight of Wands comes out, speed, communication. We're getting it through the fibre optics. We're getting it from every angle. This is movement, messages coming through, create shifts and changes. There's something about acquiescing is the word that is coming out here. Acquiesce, stepping back, not being too harsh with someone in your life. This is just what I'm getting. It might be specific and so not really resonating for a lot of you out there, but let's just keep going through. Straight down the line is the way to go, Scorpio. Straight down the line. I mean, in terms of your own personal idea of what your integrity is, keeping that balance of how you act, how you're thinking, what you're thinking. Balance is the right on the dot spot for you at the moment. I say that we're going free flow here. We have the Queen of Truth, yours. We talk about that a lot these days, don't we? It's not always everyone else's truth. We have to focus within. Queen of Swords, straight down the line, one sword. No mucking around. There's not a lot of emotion happening here. It doesn't belong. To be as impersonal as possible is kind of quite helpful. With that, we've got the Six of Wands, a card of success and victory. Something's happened here, maybe with someone in your life. Anyway, I want to focus more on this Four of Wands. You're in a good position, Scorpio, whatever's happening for you. Four of Wands. We begin, we achieve, begin, start new things, complete over and over in a lifetime. You've got a good, strong home. Whether that's just your internal stuff, or whether it is, physically, you've got a good home where you belong, where you feel safe and secure. We've got the Six of Swords coming out with that again, invulnerable. You have more than an external bodily shielding on. You have an environment that shields you at the moment. So there's no need to be feeling that there is something that can come in and ruin that. If that is a feeling that some of you are feeling. So we've got that Six of Swords again twice in the central point. Within this reading, same deal. We're moving to a calmer place that's more conducive. But with that, now we have the Sun also. Beautiful. Room to play. Room to have fun, Scorpio. So that's wonderful. Let's look at this first Six of Swords for you, Scorps. There might be a bit of resistance. There often is. How difficult do we want our world to be? Our own world, that is. I'll get another card for this. 8. Eights are of the mind, as we know. So the Eight of Swords, it's about feeling limited, feeling bound. But we're not. It's just a mental state, which can pass pretty quickly here with that Princess of Swords. Fighting the invisible. What are we fighting? We need another card for that, please. The thing is, you've got room, you've got space to be able to deal with any self-limitations you might be feeling here. You're in a really good, strong position, as I keep saying. So the voices keep saying, you're in a good position. Queen of Pentacles. And you're in a position potentially to sort of distract yourself a little bit from your own self-limitations to be of service to others who possibly find themselves in a similar position. There's emphasis on that, on picking up the slack for others, Scorpio. Princess of Swords. Turning it around. Justice. Rebalance. That's what we were getting at the beginning of this reading. Rebalance. Rebalance. This is unique to you. This is uniquely you. It's got nothing to do with anyone else, but as I said, picking up the slack for someone else who for some of you out there, maybe you've given someone a second chance here. Pixie and Fairy. What have the Pixie and Fairies got to give us here? Well, excuse me, Scorpio. Wow. As I said, you've given someone a second chance somewhere in here because you can afford to. I don't mean in terms of money. I mean in terms of generosity, actually. We have the Glancona here, which there's a level of illusion in this card because we can see it as a bit of a shyster, as someone trying to rip us off. But as long as we're aware of that, isn't that the whole point, that we are aware of it, that we're not kind of confused by any illusionary sort of fantasies, whether they're created by ourselves or kind of given to us by others. We then have, which you are this bright mother here, you're holding everything, you're very secure. Even with this card coming up, which can question our ability to really, really validly trust someone. But I don't think there's any potential that I just hear it. I mean, that you are in a position where you can be hurt. It's not happening, right? It's quite specific reading, Scorpio. Anyway, now we come to Rock Mineral Crystal. It's a wonderful reading because there's a kind of strength that's building up, that's snowballing here within you. So that's why it's a wonderful thing. Rock Mineral Crystal, what can you carry in your mind's eye this week? It's one of the big A's. Angelite, angel communication, clairvoyance, alignment, and dream insights. Try and remember those dreams, the imagery in your dreams. A bit of symbolic viewing can be helpful. Carry this in your mind's eye. Sometimes, if we do feel confused, ask for assistance. On that note, Scorpio, ka kite. Have a wonderful, wonderful full moon in Aries. It feels kind of interesting the last week. Anyway, take good care. Look at any other titles that might stand out, Scorpio, and we'll see you next time. Probably around the eclipse. Okay, ka kite, bye.